Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sage Business Cloud Accounting Software online lecture series. Today, we will start items module. First, we will create item. You can create items by clicking this item. Click add an item. New item screen will display. In this screen, you can enter item code, item description, and you can create item category. You can categorize your items. The category of this item is mainly used for report generation. You can categorize your items based on the supplier or based on the nature of that item. Like that, you can categorize your items. After that, when you are generating reports, you can filter by item category. Next, there are item type. You can create physical item or service item. Next, active tick box. If you tick this tick box, this item is active item. Opening cost. Now, you may implement the system for new company or old company. If you are implementing the system for all company, there may be opening balance of the items. Okay, so if you have any opening balance, you can enter opening balance quantity and opening balance cost. Next, you can select opening quantity as set. You can select the date. Now this date may be the system implementation start date. Okay. And when you select service as item type, this opening quantity will not available. Okay. If you select service, opening quantity will not available because for service items, quantity is not available. Next, you can enter price, item price, exclusive price. If you are a VAT registered company, you can enter inclusive price. And if you enter exclusive price, if you have selected tax rate, system will calculate the inclusive selling price, or with tax amount price, system will generate. Next, item unit. You can enter unit here. Next, item accounts. From item accounts, if you link these accounts, sales account, cost of sales account, inventory account, item adjustment account, when you are doing transactions, that GL accounts will automatically update. Okay. If you link these accounts, if you link these GL accounts, when you are generating these or when you are enter transactions, these GL accounts automatically update. Okay. Now, if you link sales account for this item, when you sell this item, that GL account will update and your cost of sale account will update. And if it is a physical item, inventory account update. And when you are doing item adjustments, this adjustment will item adjustment account will update. And you can create different sales account. Now, for an example, when you are generating your profit and loss report, you want to identify different items sales as different lines. Okay, now for an example, you will generate one profit and loss report. Go to reports, financial statements, profit and loss report. You can select date range and generate the report. Now you have different GL accounts. Okay, under sales you have different GL accounts. Now for an example, if you are running a hotel, there may be different income sources. Room income, food and beverage income, then transport or other services income, like that. There may be different income. Now if you are creating food and beverage item, for an example, if you are creating breakfast or lunch or dinner, you can create new sales account as food and beverage income, and you can link that account to this food and beverage item. Okay. And if you are doing any services such as transport, then you can create new GL account as transport, and you can link that account. Okay. And like that, you can create a different sales account. After that, when you generate this profit and loss report, you can view your sales food and beverage income separately, room income or accommodation income separately, other services separately. Like that, you can view the report. So if you want categorize sales account, you can create new GL account. Next, tax on sales. You can select tax rate on sales, tax rate on purchases. You can select. Next, major industry code. If you have now many countries use that industry code for items. So if you have that code, you can enter here. Okay, you can enter these details and you can save your item. Next, there are a few tabs available: price list, activity, notes, user-defined fields, purchase graphs, sales versus purchasers graph, and picture. For demonstration purposes, I'll open item with transactions. Okay, now I open this item. Now, if you have different price list for different customers, you can go to this price list tab and you can enter prices. Okay. Now, if you are selling same item for different customers at different prices, you can enter the price list, and you can create price list from company settings. Go to company, change company settings, general settings, item settings, price list. Under price list, you can create your price list. And you can rename this price list and save. After you create price list, you can enter selling prices. Now, for an example, for distributors, you are selling at 4,000. Wholesale price customers, you are selling at 5,000. Retail customers, you are selling 7,000. Like that, you can enter different prices. After you set these prices, you can link price list to your customer, and then system will pick relevant prices for the invoice. Okay, you can enter the price list, and you can view exclusive price, inclusive price, GP percentage, and GP amount. Next, activity. From activity, you can view this item transactions. You can view opening balance, adjustments, invoices, supplier invoices, credit notes, supplier returns, and quantity on hand. By clicking this detail button, you can view each transaction. And also, if you click this detail button again, you can view source document of the transaction. Next, notes tab. You can enter any notes to this item, and if you want, you can attach documents for this note. You can set action date, subject, notes, and you can attach any document. User-defined fields. Now you can enter item details in this screen. However, if you want to include more details, you can use this user-defined fields. These user-defined fields, labels, you can change from company settings. Go to user-defined fields, select items. From here, you can change your label name. Next, purchase graph. From purchases graph, you can view your purchases. You can analyze last year versus this year monthly purchases. Sales graph. From this graph, you can analyze your sales last year versus this year monthly sales. Next, sales versus purchases graph. And if you want to include or add picture, you can add picture here. Now details tab, price list tab, notes tab, and user defined fields tab. You can add details, activity, purchase graph, sales versus purchases graph will update from the system. After you enter these details, you can save your item. Same way, you can create service item. The only difference is you can select service as item type. After you create items, you can view list of items. You can go to items, list, select list of items. From this screen, you can view your list of items. You can view number of items, and you can view item code, description, category, item type. These details you can view. And if you want to customize this grid, you can click this gear button, select customize grid, and you can tick required column. And if you want to remove any column, you can untick the column. You can sort this grid by clicking these headings. You can sort by ascending or descending order. You can search items. You can filter items, and you can sort by multi-columns. Okay, after you create items, and if you tick any item here, you can view this buttons will activate. And if you want to delete any item, you can tick that item and click delete. If you want to active or inactive those items, you can tick and mark, and you can tick if you want to active, and if you want to inactivate, you can untick this tick box. Next, if you want to update any field like category, tax on sales, tax on purchases, sales account, cost of sales account, inventory account, item adjustment account, service item recovery account, like that, you can change at once. Okay, we'll change one item. Now we have selected these items. If you want to change the category, you can select category from here, and here this drop down menu, you can select category. You'll change all 3 items to category 2. Select category 2 and save. Now you can see that item category has changed to category 2. And if you tick more than one item, this create item bundle button will activate. we will discuss when you are doing bundle items. And if any item has transactions, you cannot delete that item. Okay, next we will move to item categories. Now from here, you can create item categories. Go to items, list, item categories, click add category. Under description, you can enter item category and save. And also when you are creating item type also, you can create item category, select category and click add new category. You can view your list of categories, item categories. Next, list of item bundles. Now, from this list of item bundles, you can create bundle items. Now, for an example, if you are selling computers, that the computer has monitor, system unit, keyboard, mouse, speakers, like that components available. And you can link those items into bundle item. And when you are invoicing that bundle item, that all components in the bundle item will display. Okay. Now you will create bundle item, go to items, list of bundle items and click add item bundle. Here we can enter item code, and you can enter description. You can add items, monitor 1, then mouse 1, speakers 2, like that. You can select item code and you can enter item description. Okay, after that you can enter items like that and you can save. I'll open one bundle item. Okay, now this item computer has system unit, speakers, mouse, keyboard, monitor, like that. We have link item codes. Now, if you want to enter transaction for this item, we will enter customer quotation. Select customer. And now here from type, you need to select bundle and select the bundle item. Now you can see we have selected only computer. However, that other components in that computer display here. Okay, system units, speakers, mouse, keyboard, monitors, those components will display here. And if you want to increase quantities, you can increase quantities the main item, then other components quantity also increase. Okay, now if you are selling furniture, you can set that bed, mattress, pillows, like that. You can create bundle items, then table, chairs, stool, like that. You can create different types of bundle items. You can view bundle items or components in that bundle item and quantities. Okay, now we have created items. Next, we will move to item transactions. Now from transactions, you can do item adjustments or adjust item selling prices. First, we will discuss item adjustments. Go to items, transactions, item adjustments. Now there are two options, quantity on hand or average cost, quantity on hand or average cost using quick entry grid. Okay. Now the main purpose of this item adjustment is, now sometimes your physical item not tally with system item quantities. Okay. Your physical item balance will not tally with your system balance. In that case, you can tally those items balances from item adjustment. Okay. Now, when you are doing physical stock taking, sometimes the items in the physical stock may be lesser than the system balance or higher than the system balance. In that case, you can count actual number of items and you can adjust your item balance in the system. There are two options. You can adjust your item balances. First one, quick quantity on hand and average cost. Second option, quantity on hand, average cost using quick entry grid. Okay. First, we will select first option, quick quantity on hand and or average cost. After that, click next. From here, you can select your item. After you select the item, you can view current average cost and quantity on hand. Now, if you want to change the quantity on hand, you can change the quantity, new quantity you can enter. Now, assume we have only 5. You can enter new quantity as 5 and you can select the date, adjustment date. You need to enter the reason why you are changing this quantity. And if you want, you can select your analysis code. By clicking this analysis code, you can select your analysis code. After that, you can save this adjustment. Same way, if you want to change your item average cost, you can change. Go to item adjustments. You can select the item. And here now average cost is 10. If you want to change, you can change the item average cost. Okay, next, we will move to second option, quantity on hand or average cost using quick entry grid. Select the second option and click next. Now the difference in this quick adjustment, item adjustment quick entry grid is, now previous option you can adjust only one item at a time. However, if you select second option, item adjustment quick entry grid, you can enter more than one item adjustment. Okay, by clicking this plus mark, you can add item. Like that, you can add items and you can change or adjust item average cost or item quantity on hand. Here also, you can scroll right and you can select analysis codes and you can save this item adjustment. Furthermore, there are few options. If you want to load all items, by clicking this load all, you can load your items and you can change your average cost or quantity from this screen. Okay, now if you want to change several items, so for an example, after stock taking, you need to change most of your item. In that case, you can use this item adjustment quick entry grid and load all, and you can adjust your item balances. And if you want to clear this, click clear all. Right, next, if you want, you can import your item adjustment. Click this import button and click this how do I set up a CSV file, and from here you can download example and you can import that item adjustment CSV file. So if you want to do item adjustment only one item, you can use first option, quantity on hand and or average cost. If you want to adjust more than one item, you can use this quantity on hand and or average cost using a quick entry grid. Okay, next we will move to adjust item selling prices. Now, due to some government changes or due to some economic condition changes, you need to adjust or you need to change your item selling prices. Okay. Now, if you have several hundred or thousand items, you cannot go to each item and change the price. Okay. Now, if you want to change the price, you can go to item list. Open item, and you can enter the selling price. Okay. Now, if you have several hundred or several thousand items, you cannot go to each item and change the selling price. In that case, you can use this adjust item selling prices, and there are three options: adjust selling prices using quick entry grid, and copy from another price list. Okay. First, we will discuss first option, adjust selling prices. After you select this adjust selling prices, click next. And from here, you can select which price list you want to change. You can tick required price list. And here also, there are three types of adjustment: selling prices based on selling price, selling prices based on last cost, selling prices based on average cost. Okay. First, we will discuss this selling prices, adjust selling prices. Selling prices based on selling price. Click next. You can select your items. If you want to change only one item, you can select that. Or if you don't select any item, system will change all item prices. Next, if you want to change from item category, for an example, on specific item category, only that prices will change. In that case, you can select that item category and you can change the price. Next, rounding. If you want, you can set rounding, and you can enter adjustment percentage. If you want to increase by 30%, you can enter 30 and you can click next. Then prices will change. Okay, we will go to this list of items. Okay, we'll start again. Now, adjust selling prices based on selling price. Now, our first item selling price is 195. We'll change this to 200. Change the price to 200 and save. Right. Next, from these three options, we can select selling prices based on selling price. After that, click next. Select all items. We will increase by 30%. Click finish. Now you can see the price has increased to 260. Previous price is 200. Now that price has increased to 260. You'll refresh this. Now new price is 260. Okay. Now assume you want to change or you want to reduce the price. Now, if you want to reduce the price, you can enter the percentage with minus sign. and click next and finish. Now you can see this price has reduced to 182. Now previous price is 260, new price is 182. Like that, if you want to increase, you can enter the percentage without minus. And if you want to reduce the prices, you can enter the percentage with minus sign. Okay, next we will move to the second option, selling prices based on last cost. Okay, now in this item, last cost is 120. You will increase by 20%. Here also you can select items, item categories, item type, and enter the adjustment percentage and click next. Okay, right now our average or last cost is 120. Our selling price is 144. Previously it was 260. Now it has changed to 144. You refresh, then again these prices will update. Next, we will move to third option, selling prices based on average cost. Here we will increase by 30%. And also you can see update selling prices on recurring invoices. Now recurring invoices is you can schedule your invoices. And if you have scheduled any invoices, if you want to change the prices in the recurring invoices. Now recurring invoices process in future. So you already set the prices in the recurring invoices. Now, if you want to change that recurring invoices selling prices, you can tick this option. Then recurring invoices selling prices also update. Okay, now you will increase prices based on average cost. Okay, now average cost is 120. Our new price is 156. Okay, next we will move to second option is in the first section, adjust selling prices using quick entry grid. From here, you can select your price list. And if you want, you can select your items, item categories, and you can select active, inactive, or both items. And item type you can select. And you can select the option update prices based on selling price, average cost, or last cost. You select selling prices and you can round. And there are two options, adjust prices manually, adjust prices by percentage. Okay, first you will change manually. Now here you can enter your new selling price. Okay, you can enter either exclusive price or inclusive price. If taxes available, system will change the inclusive price or exclusive price. Okay, like that, you can adjust your selling prices. Next, if you want to change by percentage, you can enter the percentage. Then price has changed by 10%. Okay, now our selling price is 156. We have increased by 10%. Therefore, this price has changed to 171 cents 60. Like that, if you want to increase or decrease items, if you want to decrease, you can enter with minus sign. You can enter the adjustment percentage with minus sign. Okay, next option is copy from another price list. You can select that option and click next. And you can select from price list, and you can select to two price lists. Now, if you select this from price list, and it will copy to next price list. If you want to copy to more than one price list, you can take those price lists and click next. Okay, like that, you can adjust your item selling prices. Okay, there are three options, main three options. Adjust selling prices using quick and repeat, copy from the price list. And first option has three types: selling prices based on selling price, selling prices based on last cost, selling prices based on average cost. Okay. Like that, if you want at once, you can adjust your item selling prices. Okay, now sometimes if government imposes any taxes, you want to change all item selling prices at one time. So in that case, you can use this adjust item selling prices option. Okay, next we will move to special option. Go to items, special, adjust item opening balances. Now from here, now you can enter your item opening balances, and later you found that entered opening balances incorrect. In that case, you can use this adjust item opening balances option to change your opening balances. Okay, you can select your item. After you select your item, you can view current opening cost and current opening quantity. Now, if you want to change quantity or cost, you can change here, and you need to enter reason why you are changing, and you can enter the opening balance date and you can save. Then your item opening cost or opening quantity will change. Next, renumber item codes. Now, when you start the company, you have set up coding system for items. After that, later, when your business growing, you have increased your number of items. Therefore, you need different coding system for items. In that case, you can, if you want to renumber your item code, you can use this special option and you can renumber item codes. After you go to this screen, you can view current item code, description, and if you want to change this item code or if you want to renumber, you can enter new item code. Like this, you can enter new code and you can click this renumber item codes. Right. Next, we will move to item reports. Go to items, reports. First report is item listing. Now from this report, we can view our list of items. You can select items, or if you don't select item, you can select system will display all items, and you can select item category. From status, you can select active, inactive, or both items. Item type, you can select service item, physical item, and both items. You can select the price list and you can view the report. In this report, you can view item code, item description, item category, task cost, average cost, exclusive price, inclusive price, gross profit percentage, gross profit amount, quantity on hand, that item active or not, physical item or service item. And if you want to include additional fields, you can tick this option and click refresh. System will display user-defined fields. Next report is sales by item report. You can go to items, reports, sales by item. You can select date range for this report. You can select items. You can select single item or range of items. Or if you don't select any item, system will display all items. You can select item categories. And if you want to select specific sales account, you can select that sales account. From filter by option, you can filter by analysis code wise. From status, you can select active, inactive, or both items. From item type, you can select service, physical, both items. From style, you can select summary or detail. Okay. Next, click view report. From here, you can view sales by item. You can view item code and description, quantity sold, total cost, total selling price, GP amount, and GP percentage. Now we have generated the summary report. You can generate detailed report. If you select detail, now each item transaction wise you can view. In our previous report, one line for one item. In this report, detailed report, you can view each item transaction wise report. In addition to that, invoices, you can view credit notes. And next, cost options available, average cost or last cost. Now, if you select average cost, that gross profit will calculate based on average cost. We will duplicate this summary report and we will generate last cost basis. Now, first item, GP amount is 100. Next report, GP amount is 60. Now here, cost basis is last cost. This report, average cost. Next, if you want to include credit notes into this report, you can tick this include tick box and refresh. Then system will display with credit notes. If you untick credit notes, tick box, system will not display credit notes. You can view each line item or each item total as well as grand total. You can view total quantity, total exclusive price, inclusive price, and cost, selling price, GP amount, and GP percentage. Next, we will move to purchases by item report. In this report also, you can select date range. You can select items, item category. If you want to view specific purchase account, you can select the purchase account. From filter by option, you can select analysis codes. Status, you can select active, inactive, or both status. Item type, you can select service, physical, or both items. And if you want to include supplier returns, you can tick this option. After that, you can view report. This report, you can view item code and description, transactions, transaction date, document number, supplier, quantity purchase, unit price, and total purchases. In this report, you can view supplier returns, returns in minus value, each item total purchases you can view, as well as you can view the grand total. And in these reports, by clicking this transaction, you can view the source document or original document. And you can export this report to PDF, Excel, CSV. You can print or email. Next report is customer codes by item. You can filter this report by item. And filter active item, inactive item, or both items. You can filter by item category. You can filter by item type. From report options, you can select date range. And from style, you can select summary or detailed report. Status, you can view accepted quotations, declined quotations, pending quotations, expired quotations, invoice quotation, and all quotations. Click view report. This report, you can view item code and description, quantity, total cost, total selling price, gross profit amount, and gross profit percentage. Now, if you select detail, you can view each transaction-wise report. And now for an example, if you want to analyze if your quotation declined, what's the reason, the item, the reason for decline the quotation, and also you want to view what are the items in the declined quotation. In that case, you can use this customer codes by item report, and you can select status as decline, style detail, and you can generate the report, and you can view what are the items declined after you submit the customer quotations. Okay, now in customer module also we have generated customer codes report, that is customer codes by customer and customer codes. Now in this customer codes by customer report, it's that report group by customer. Here it's report group by items. Okay, next report is customer sales orders by item. Here also you can select the date range. You can select items. You can select item category. From status, you can select active, inactive, or both items. And from style, you can select summary or detailed report. Document status, you can select pending, invoiced, or all documents, and view report. Here you can view item code and description. Under that, you can view each transaction, transaction date, document number, customer name, status of that sales order, quantity, total cost, total selling price, GP amount, and GP percentage. And each item total you can view. Also, you can view the grand total. If you select summary as style, you can view one line for one item. Item code and description, quantity, total cost, total selling price, gross profit amount, gross profit percentage. Grand total also you can view. Okay, next we will move to supplier purchase orders by item. From report filters, you can select items. You can select active, inactive, both items. You can filter item categories. You can filter by item type, service item, physical item, or both items. From report options, you can select date range, and you can select summary or detail. Status, you can select confirmed purchase orders, cancelled purchase orders, pending purchase orders, overdue purchase orders, and invoice purchase orders. Or you can view all purchase orders. After that, click View Report. From here, you can view item code and description, quantity, total cost. Okay. Purchase orders, total cost, you can view. You'll generate a detailed report. In this report, you can view each item purchase order wise report. You can view purchase order date, purchase order number, supplier, delivery date, status, quantity, unit price, and total purchases. Each item total purchase order value you can view, and you can view the grand total. Now, after you send purchase orders, and if your supplier haven't sent purchase orders, you can, if you want to analyze what are the purchase orders you haven't received, you can select the date range, and from status, you can select overdue or pending. Then you can view what are the not yet received purchase orders. Okay, if you want to follow up, you can generate this report, and you can follow up this overdue and pending purchase orders. Next, item movement. From this report, you can view your item transactions. You can select items. You can select active, inactive, or both items. You can select item categories. You can select item type. From report options, you can select date range. And from style, you can select detail and summary. If you select detail, you can view each item transaction-wise report, transaction date, transaction number, description, supplier customer name, quantity. Okay. From this report, you can view particular period of time, that item movement. Next, you can generate summary report. And if you generate summary report, you can view one line for one item, and total item movement you can view. Next, item valuation report. From this report, you can generate your item valuation report. This report, you can view item code, item description, item category, active or not, quantity on hand, cost of that item, and value of the item. Each item value you can view, and grand total you can view. And for audits, you can use this item valuation report, And if you are doing stock value, stock count, you can use this item valuation report. And also you can, if you want, you can backdate and generate the report. Now for an example, quarterly, if you are doing audits, you can select or you can backdate it and you can generate this item valuation report. Okay, this report very important for audits and management reports. So auditors mostly request this valuation report. So from this valuation report, you can view item, quantity on hand, cost and value. And when you are generating this report, if you want, you can change the cost basis. You can view average cost or last cost. And also now some items has zero quantities. If you want to exclude that zero quantity items, you can tick this option and generate the report. Then zero quantity items will not display. This report also you can export a PDF, Excel or CSV. You can print or email. Next, price list report. From this price list report, you can view all price list prices, items, item categories. From status, you can select active, inactive, or both items. From item type, you can select service item, physical item, or both items. And from display, you can view inclusive price or exclusive price. After that, click view report. In this report, you can view each item price list. Okay, item code, item description, category, unit, and you can view the price list. Next report is item quantities, item bundle. Now from here, you can view your bundle items. You can select item bundle and you can select price list and view report. Here you can view bundle item, average bundle item description, quantity, average cost, total exclusive price and total inclusive price. Next, we will move to reports. Last report, item quantities. From this report, you can view item quantities, item code, item description, category, active, quantity on hand, quantity reserved, and quantity available. You can select items, item categories when you are generating this report. And if you have activated the advanced inventory module, you can view this quantity reserved. And from this report, you can view quantity or available quantity. Okay, now we have completed items module. We have created items, bundle items, and item categories. From transactions, we have adjust item selling prices and cost price. And we have adjusted selling prices, From special, we have changed item opening balance and we have renumber our item codes. From reports, we have generated item listing reports, sales by item report, purchases by item report, customer code by item report, customer sales orders by item, supplier purchase orders by item report, item movement report, item valuation report, price list, item bundle, and item quantities reports. Okay, we will wrap up for today. Next session, we will start from banking. Thank you very much for your participation. Have a pleasant evening.